Consider the diagram below again. Each square is 10 kilometers along its edge. Use components in vector addition to determine the resultant displacement, magnitude only, of the following. Alright, so what are we asking you to do here? So what we're asking you to do is, if we take A plus B plus C, this means I'm going to add the distance of A. We're going to start with the east-west. And this symbol here, which is called sigma, is just a fancy way of saying add them up. So what am I asking you to do? I'm asking you to take this distance here, which we said earlier was 20. You're going to add this distance here, which is negative 20. Remember, it's going backwards, so it's negative 20. And then you're going to add C, which is 10. So what is 20 plus negative 20 plus 10? Well, obviously the 20s cancel out, so this is just 10. Okay. We're going to do the same thing north to south. So we're going to take 20 here. We're going to subtract 30. And then it's kind of hard to see here because they're right next to each other, but this one right here, which is another 20. So for the vertical, we're going to do 20 plus negative 30 plus negative 20. Now note, direction matters here. Okay. If I add these together, again, 20 and 20 will cancel out, and we're left with negative 30. So this one here is going to be negative 30 kilometers. So then it says, what is the overall displacement? So what I'm arguing for, what I'm saying is that if you added all the vectors together, you would end up getting, if it's 10 and negative 30, we're going to have something that goes 10 out here, and negative up, 10 out, and then what, negative 30 down, negative 30 down, 10 out, and negative 30 out. So this means that if my vector started here, we'll do a different color, so the vector starts here, it shoots out in this direction. And the question is asking, what is this length, which they call displacement? So how do we, if we have a right triangle, how do we figure out the hypotenuse? Well, you can do Pythagorean theorem. So it's just negative 30 squared plus 10 squared equals the length, which we'll call displacement, so I'll call d squared. So this becomes 900 plus 100 equals d squared, and this is 1,000 equals d squared. So how do I get rid of d squared? We say we take the square root, and this gives me d to be whatever 1,000 divided by d is. So you can see here when we take the square root, I said square root of d, but I meant square root of 1,000. If we take the square root of 1,000, we get 31.62. So the answer here is 31.62. So the answer here is 31.62. Again, so what's the process? You're going to add each of these. If it goes to the right, it's positive. If it goes to the left, it's negative. So you take d, you're going to add 20. Then you're going to add, this is going the opposite direction, negative 30. This is going the opposite direction, so we add negative 10. Add that up, that'll get you this value here. Do the same thing, north-south, to get this value here. Pythagorean theorem, this value here, and you got your answer. See you all in the next video.